Hey, y'all, you're watching the Fishing Business Podcast or listening to the Fishing Business Podcast, depending on how you found us. But I'm so glad you did find us. Quick tip for you today. I'm going to revisit a podcast episode with Dave Ittner from Yamaha Outboards. I spoke to Dave, gosh, it was probably about March of last year, March of 2020. And we talked about a wide variety of things. But one thing that kind of stuck in my mind and I've been thinking of lately is how to be good when you come across the stage, how to give a good stage interview. We talked a little bit about this with Jake Latondras, and who is a cameraman for Bassmaster. If you haven't listened to that episode, please go back and listen to it. But right now, I want to throw back to what Dave Ittner said, what he looks for as a pro staff manager for how anglers kind of comport themselves on stage. Listen to this.
A couple of the biggest things, Angie, is the integrity and honesty of the individual angler, how they present themselves and how passionate they are about the sport. Let's face it, none of us want to do, quote, a job. And when you get down to it, being an angler is a job, it is a career, it is a business. And what I like, my dream angler, whether it be male or female, gets up there and they present themselves well. They connect with the public and with their followers. They're polished to the point that they're happy with what they're doing. They love what they're doing, and that just emanates out of their personality. It's more than just having a fish on a hook and standing up there and going, "This is what I weighed in today." I want to be in your world. What did you do to get it? Yeah. Where did you go? How hard was it? Yeah. What are the things that brought you from this morning at launch to being where you are right now on stage? And what are those emotions you have?
Right.
The emotions. I mean, we're all there.
I tell people all the time, guys that I've coached in the past, I've always said, when you're driving in from being out on the water, you need to be thinking in your head about what you're going to say when you get on stage, because you've got an interesting story to tell, and it's more than just, oh, I didn't catch them today, or I caught them great in practice, but they weren't there today. You've got a story to tell, and use that time to get ready with what you're going to say.
There are two anglers in our industry that I have followed over the years, and I admire for the way they can take a bad day and they can turn it into a positive. And that is Mark Davis does this very, very well. And Gerald Swindle. Oh my God. I literally sit on the edge of my seat waiting for him to get on stage, whether he's had a good day or a bad. He spins it to the point that you just love the guy. Yeah, I mean, He's got a personality. He pokes at himself. And when you can do that, I think you grab everybody's attention and everybody just likes to follow you.
I know we talk about Gerald Swindle a lot on this episode, on this podcast, and I don't want you guys to get burnt out on G, but he does come up a lot when people talk about being good on camera, being good on stage, being able to tell stories, because he's kind of known for that. But there's a lot of other guys that are known for that too, and Mark Davis is a great example. And what I love about that example that Dave just gave was that there are two guys that are totally different, but each one of them knows who they are, and they share with us who they are. Even though they're totally different personalities, they both very much let you into, they show their personality. They let you into their world. And that's what we all need to do when we have those opportunities to be in front of a camera, in front of a microphone, or even on your social media. Let people know who you are. That's the key to growing your following and growing your fan base. All right, guys, see you next time on the Fishing Business Podcast.